Hi, welcome to Santa's living room. And as you see here, I've got my sidekick Crypto here with me. And we are going to do something very special today. Did you know that you could send Santa a letter on his website, santaaz.com? I'll uh, I'll be sure to put a link to the letters section on in the information on this post. But hey, before we get started, why don't you take a moment to like this post and click subscribe and pound that bell so that you can be notified each and every time Santa posts some new content. So today I'm going to be reading some letters from Santa. I'm sorry, letters to Santa. Oh my. And these are letters that have been written to Santa by kids over the last couple of years. And here's just a few of my favorites. All right. And so the first one I have is from Haley, and Haley W. And she writes, Dear Santa, if you bring presents, bring batteries. Oh my. How many times have you gotten a present and there wasn't enough batteries to go around? Oh my. Parents, that's a good thing for you to remember too. Next, Franklin G writes, Dear Santa, how are you? And then he says, I'm good. Here's what I want for Christmas. Then he provides a URL or website address from Amazon.com. Oh my. Talk about being specific. Next, Kristen A writes, Dear Santa, thanks for all you do for children all around the world. Please give my Christmas gifts to someone else this year. I have so much, and I'm sure someone else could use something extra this year. Wow, that is so thoughtful, isn't that? That's part of the reason why Kristen is on the good list. She thinks about other people more than herself, and that just makes my heart feel glad. Then Mike Jr. writes, Here's my revised Santa list for Christmas. And he wants something called black tops, a PS5, or even an Xbox, uh, a uh, an a one box X. Oh my golly, a hoverboard, a golden watch, and $29. Can you imagine why would he be so specific? There must be something else he wants to do with that $29. Oh my. Well, we'll see what we can do. Tamara B writes, Dear Santa, all I want is pizza. Well, Tamara, I'm pretty darn sure that you're going to get your wish this year. The interesting thing about Christmas wishes and letters to Santa, you don't always get everything you want. A wish is just that, it's a wish. Sometimes we get them and sometimes we don't. Santa doesn't always make every single thing at the North Pole. Sometimes Santa relies on parents, and sometimes it's just not possible for Santa to do things. Like Santa doesn't have a kennel where he raises all sorts of puppies. I think we have a letter that talks about that a little bit later. Justin B writes, Dear Santa, thank you for coming on Christmas. Also, thank your elves for making and wrapping presents. What kind of cookies do you like? You know what, Justin, and everybody out there, Santa likes all sorts of cookies. He likes ginger snaps are one of his favorites. Chocolate chip, those fun decorated Christmas sugar cookies are always amazing. But people are always leaving things for the reindeer to eat. Can you imagine? Well, they really appreciate lots of things, but Santa doesn't always appreciate everything that the reindeer get. You see, between you and me, carrots give the reindeer terrible gas. Oh my. Can you imagine flying behind 8 tiny reindeer who've eaten a bushel of carrots? Oh my. Ooh. Okay, well, you know what? The reindeer really appreciate everything you do for them too. Sean N writes, and Sean happens to want to make sure that we know that Sean is a girl's name. Um, and evidently, she wrote this letter after reading the movie or watching the movie Titanic. So the only thing that she wants for Christmas is for me to bring Leonardo DiCaprio to her house. And she thinks he's quite cute and would like to meet him. If I could do that, if you could do that, she says, she would be so grateful. Thanks. Thanks, Santa, she writes. Well, unfortunately, um, bringing people to Christmas as Christmas presents is a little bit outside of Santa's um, technical expertise. So maybe you could talk to your parents about that, or maybe there's another way that you could arrange that with your parents. Now, Evan P writes, "Dear Santa, how are you and your reindeer doing?" "I'm doing fine," he writes. "I want a new football game and football because my little brother always tries to steal them. He may look cute, but he's evil," he says. Oh, how many of you don't like your little brothers and sisters and they get on your nerves? Oh my. I'm pretty sure that they're not really evil, even though you may think that. Evan continues, "I'm sure he's on the naughty list. I'd also like a remote control truck." And then, P.S. How do you get into my house on Christmas? Oh, that's one of the questions that I get asked most often. And the old story is that I get into houses by the chimney. And then that prompts the question, well, what if I don't have a chimney? Does that mean you won't be able to visit me? No, of course not. By whatever means Santa gets in, it's always through Christmas magic. Yes. Then Jennifer C writes, "Dear Santa, I don't want all the other 9 things on the list I sent to my father, Dad, in quotes. I only want the puppy. Every time I think about not getting a puppy, it makes me sadder. I just want one little puppy, just one. All I'm asking for is one, perhaps a Labrador or a German Shepherd or a Husky." Then he writes, "If I discover a puppy, thank you. If I discover a puppy in a box under the tree." Then there's a drawing of a dog. Woof, it says. Love Juan P. Well, Juan, Santa, it doesn't very often bring such things as live animals. That's something that we must always discuss with parents. And if you're lucky enough to get a live dog, a live puppy dog, then it'll be through your parents and your parents' best wishes. Then we hear somebody writing, for Christmas I want a toy that does my homework. And I want a Ninja Turtle that fights. Oh, how grand. How um, how fun. I remember when I was a little lad playing with all sorts of little toys and having mock wars and battles and things and boys always like to do such things. And you know what? Those are gifts that you may well just see under your Christmas tree this year. However, however, oh, Santa doesn't do anything that interferes with homework. Oh, learning and school require work and dedication. And if you want to be on Santa's nice list, make sure you do your homework. Thank you. Well, some children get pretty indignant or they get upset when Santa doesn't bring every single thing on their list that they write to Santa in their letters. And here's one such child. And they write, "Dear Santa, I'm writing this on the day after Christmas, and I'm very sad. I only received one of the two presents I asked for. Hmm. Since you ate the cookies, I assume that my missing gift was simply a mistake. I'll give you a week to fix this." And this was written by Jay. P.S. I don't know why you care that it's expensive when you have elves or elf slaves to make things for you. I think you're naughty for having slaves. And this one, I actually wrote a reply directly to Jeremy. Jeremy, your letter makes Santa very sad. Good boys and girls need to be grateful for what they have received. Writing letters to Santa is not a guarantee that you're going to receive your wildest dreams. I've talked to your parents and asked them to take away that Xbox you did receive until you can learn the meaning of gratitude. You'll need to be extra special to make it on my nice list for next year. Hmm. Kim H. writes, "Dear Santa, I have set out three of my favorite Nintendo games for you to play if you need a break. Oh, and I hope you enjoy the cookies my mom made. The only thing I need this year is a Super Mario game." Oh, wow. I always appreciate the thoughtfulness of children who leave me cookies and special treats and all this. And it's always a good way to make sure that you get some extra credit for Santa's nice list. But really, Santa is so busy on that day that he doesn't have a lot of time for playing games. But thanks for the nice thought. Then Rhett W. writes, "Santa, here's my list. Paw Patrol Town, Paw Patrol Stuff, Paw Patrol Truck." Well, I think I see a theme here. He wants a pet crocodile that can catch corn dogs, dinosaur chicken nuggets, a swimming pool, and a shark that goes underwater and catches him fish sticks that are already baked. Oh, what a wonderful imagination. Rhett, I just appreciate your letter. Thank you so much. And then we have a letter from Flynn G. And Flynn writes, "Dear Santa, if you want to grab a beer, feel free to grab a lot. The fridge is by the kitchen door." Oh my. Well, once again, Santa doesn't have a lot of time for such things, but thank you for your thoughtfulness. Then Craig Z writes, "Dear Santa, how are you?" Well, he gets down to business and he says, "Well, enough chit chat. Let's get down to business. This year, I want a space Lego set, some jelly beans, and any Nintendo games." Oh, Oh, that was well to the point. We'll see what we can do. Sophia L. writes, Dear Santa, when it was yesterday, I thought I would try to be good. The whole Christmas vacation. Evidently, this was a letter that was written quite some time ago. But it seems like I did not succeed. Will you give me a present anyways? Merry Christmas. Well, Sophia, it takes more than just one mess up or one bad day to get on the naughty list. Santa listens to your parents and understands that we all make mistakes, and that all you need to do is try hard and 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 uh, and work at being good each and every day. And Santa will understand your heart. Okay, thank you. Addison J wrote, I'm Addison and I've been good. Lots of good, she says. I want a doll like Cayman. I want whatever I want. You fix it with your elves. My brother is Sam. By Christmas, he'll be grown up. Bring him baby diapers. I like Rudolph and Prancer and Dancer. What kind of cookies do you want? I love you. Ain't that nice? Oh, yeah. Love, love, Addison, is the spirit of Christmas. And I and my elves do what we can to fulfill wishes, and we work with your parents and all that, and we're really happy that your brother that you're thinking about your brother Sam, and we'll do what we can. By the way, I think I mentioned already, I love ginger snap cookies and sugar cookies. I also like what are those things with the little chocolate things? Oh yeah, chocolate chip cookies. But really, whatever you and your family make, Santa will be pleased as punch. Thank you and Merry Christmas. Chrissy T writes, Dear Santa Claus. She writes Santa Claus with a claw, Claws, and I don't say that to be picky, but just how cute this is, because I get letters from children of all ages and all educational backgrounds and people from all different countries and languages. And she writes, I'm so sorry for what I did in the past. Thank you for the Christmas letter. Sometimes I write Christmas letters back, especially if I receive them letters on my website, santaaz.com. And she writes, I love it. What I want for Christmas this year is $53 billion. Love you, your friend, Chrissy. What in the world will you do with $53 billion? Can you even count that high? Ah, money can do a lot of good. And Santa knows, because one of his adventures, he found a gold mine. It was the lost mine of El Dorado, the lost city of El Dorado. And next year, I'll be having a book come out that talks about finding the lost city of El Dorado and how that mine has been funding my Christmas giving all these years. Oh, thank you for the cute letter, Chrissy. Another skeptic writes, and the name is Josie D. Dear Santa, I've been doing well. If I can have one of these things, please. Hmm. A fishtail skateboard, an Xbox, also a FIFA 156 and controllers, high women's shoes for my mom. Oh, very thoughtful. A drone with a camera, and will you take a picture on this phone that I'm leaving on this wooden table? Thanks, Jay. Oh, by all means. Santa's visits. The only evidence I usually leave on Christmas visits are the presents, full stockings, and the fact that I'll eat the cookies and drink the milk and take the carrots, etc., to my reindeer. But nice try. Oh boy, Eric P was a had a very short list. He says, "Dear Santa, I want two orange goldfish and a jet." Well, I assume that you want a toy jet, and boy, oh boy, I'll see what I can do. But those goldfish, oh, you'll need to talk to your parents. Ken F writes, "Dear Santa, are you real? I think you are. How are you? I hope you're fine. You don't need to give me presents this year because my dad is going to give me some presents. I don't think it's nice to call you fat, but you are jolly." You know what? Ken, I love the spirit of your letter. You yourself are too kind. It's never nice to call names or to point out that people are overweight. And Santa has a bad reputation of being overweight. And you know what? If you were to see me in person right now, I'm a little bit overweight. But Santa is trying to be fit and healthy because that's he wants to be a good um, example to all of you young folks out there. Thanks again, Ken. And Calvin B writes, "Dear Santa, I'm so glad that Christmas time is here, so I can talk to you again. I've been a good boy this year, a very good boy. Well, business is business, so let's get to it. This year, I want for Christmas a beanbag chair, a Nerf sword, and, as I ask every year, a laptop. I find it okay that I haven't gotten one for the last 4 to 5 years. But hey, 10 is a good laptop age. I would also like candy, of course, a new phone charger because my mom lost mine." He says, but let's not go pointing fingers. "I would also like a new video game and the DVD movie Internship. I'll have to check that out. It would be totally awesome if I could get a box set of The Big Bang Theory. A Star Wars Lego set would also be amazing. Thank you in advance, and hope you and the reindeer enjoy the snacks we left out. You totally rock and are so awesome." Oh my, what a wonderful message. And Calvin, I want to tell you that this is just so special. And Santa really tries to give kids what they want for Christmas. But sometimes is especially when it comes to things like pets and electronics, Santa has to check with parents to make sure that it's okay for those things to be in the house. And I don't want you to be disappointed. So we'll see what we can do, and I'll have a talk with your parents. What an amazing letter, and you rock also. Olivia S writes, "Dear Santa, I don't care what you give me this year. I'll be happy with whatever I get." Then she asks, "What are your favorite cookies? What's your least favorite? Do you have a beard all year? And how much do you weigh? And how many elves do you have? Well, let me answer that in reverse order, okay? So I have 1,957 elves at this time. The number changes, and they're not always at the North Pole. Sometimes they're at people's homes on the shelf, doing checking in for me. Um, how much do I weigh? I weigh as much as I need to at the moment. I'm always trying to be healthy, though. Trying to be healthy, and part of that is keeping a healthy weight. Do I have a beard all year? Oh, you know what? I tried shaving my beard one year, and it was so short the following year that it just didn't look so good. So yeah, I try to keep my beard all year round. And I've already answered about my favorite cookies, but what is my least favorite cookie? You know what? I will tell you when I find out. I haven't met a cookie yet that I didn't like. Oh my. Well, that's it for today. And thank you all for writing me. And these letters are not all from this year, but and I will post in the information of this video a link to so that you can go online and write your own letter to Santa, and it won't cost anything. And if I have the time, a lot of times I will respond to the individual letters personally. So once again, please take a moment and like this video on whatever social media platform you find it. Also, uh, subscribe to this video and pound that bell so that you can be sure to be notified each and every time that Santa uh, posts a new video. Here you go, Crypto. I love my Crypto. He's my sidekick. All righty. Merry Christmas, and I will see you soon. Hey, thanks for taking time to view Santa's channel. Santa is surely. Oh, thanks for taking time to view Santa's channel. Santa is truly always Santa 365. My plan is to offer family-friendly entertainment all year long, including more installments of In the Kitchen and Storytime. So please remember to subscribe and pound that bell to be notified each time Santa adds new content. Thank you.